What's going on YouTube? Another knife review here for you. Today we're going to be looking at the Microtech Ultratech full auto knife. This one has the dual-edged spear point blade, dagger I guess. Yeah, I think it's the dagger grind. This is this is a beautiful blade. Upon knife collecting, I don't know. I'd never really had that inkling to get an auto, or like like a Microtech Halo. As cool as they were, and I saw a lot of people with these collections, with all kinds of autos. For me, being out in California, carrying an auto, on your person is, illegal, and so I guess that was part of the reason why. But I wanted to have a balisong. And so I got a balisong, the Benchmade 51. I ended up selling it, but again, the auto just never appealed to me. But I got this in a trade, and yeah, I started just kind of wanting to get an auto just to see what all the fuss was about. Because even at the local store that we went to, they had some Halo 5s there, but you weren't even allowed to touch them at the store. Unless you're law enforcement or something. So anyway, it's not illegal to own them, but you just can't carry them. So I carry it on occasion, but yeah, I can say that somewhat anonymously, even though a lot of people know my channel by now. But this is a really cool knife, and I wish that it was not illegal to carry it. And there, to be honest, I can see why it's illegal, but at the same time, I don't really see why it's illegal. Tactically speaking, this blade coming out of your pocket is so much faster than this blade. I have to, from your pocket, you have to pull it out, and then you have to find your fingering, and then be able to put, like, your finger has to be in the right place. If it's too far, you can't push it. You have to have it in the right place. Hand located, thumb located right in the exact place so you can put enough pressure, to open this blade up. And vice versa. To come down, you have to pull it down. You actually have to put quite a bit of tension, spring tension, on this button in order to cause this blade to eject out. So I gave this to my wife to play around with, and she had a really hard time like opening and closing. Obviously for me, it's not a problem. I can open and close really fast. But again, talking about pulling it from the pocket and having it ready, to open up, way slower than wave feature on this knife. And if I just flick down, from the pocket, simulating somewhat, it opens right up and ready to go. Plus, it's a, way thicker blade, stronger blade and longer blade. This being 3.9 inches versus 3.4 inches. This is a mean-looking blade. One of my favorites. CQC 13 here. Really quick compared to some of my other Microtechs. My only other Microtechs here, the SOCOM. I'm sorry, not the SOCOM. The Select Fire, and then the SOCOM Delta. These both being manual folders. They have the dual action ones with manual and auto opening. But so really quick, and then here's the large Sebenza. So this is the shortest blade out of the bunch. So this blade, though, I can't speak for the Halo 5, but I'm assuming it's going to be similar. I was surprised at how ergonomic this knife is. No matter how you hold it, if you hold it like this, then your finger can kind of sit on here, and it's comfortable. It's got topside jimping. Or actually, I would say that this is actually the real way to hold it, because the handle or the button here, you can see, has this jimping or this traction on here that serves as jimping, and it really locks your thumb in perfectly. reverse wide, and you know that's really for you know opening and closing the knife. But you know when it's open in the position, it works great as a thumb ramp, and you know as you know, so it gives you an extra you know quarter, 3/4 of an inch of you know knife to handle. You know if you want to grip it here. And then if you want to go low, then it kind of works somewhat as a choil, you know. So it's really interesting. And then top side, you got this jimping here for your finger to rest on, you know. And that's, again, it's obviously meant to be held like this, you know, so that your thumb can actuate this button. In reverse grip as well. It's got jimping down here. It's just got jimping in all the right places, which I was really surprised about. And then here as well, you can see the curvatures of the handle as well. You know, so it naturally forms to your hand. Your palm kind of just rests right there, and then your fingers in position. So again, ergonomics, it's pretty much straight, you know, rectangle of a blade. You know, there's no curves this way on the handle. I'm actually wondering if the clip should. Well, no. I mean, I know it's supposed to be like this way because when you pull it out of your pocket, then it's this way. But, you know, sometimes this pocket clip can be somewhat of a hot spot because it sits pretty high off the handle. And so sometimes I do feel it in my palm depending on how I'm holding it. Reverse grip, for instance, this feels the best with my middle finger resting on the pocket clip here versus like this. So anyway, just a little bit of random observations as I'm holding this knife, because obviously this knife is meant to be defensive and tactical, and so you know I feel like Microtech did a really good job kind of thinking about you know the ergonomics of this knife, you know, especially the jimping on this aluminum handle. It grips your thumbs, your fingers great. And so again, that was somewhat surprising. I thought it was just going to be a straight up rectangle casket kind of style blade with, you know, and the feature is just a blade that shoots out the front. But yeah. So anyway, clip rides really low, rides pretty much almost all the way down, you know, down here, and then it's got this nice glass breaker. At the end, at the butt of the handle. So that's kind of a nice feature. It is really sharp, so in and out of the pocket, sometimes you could catch something or scratch something. So you do have to be careful with that. But I think with any kind of normal, like little Allen wrench, you could just unscrew this. You could change the pocket clip to, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it's necessarily left side carry, but I think for this knife, at least for me and my grips, this would be left side carry. Some of the features as well, it's kind of got a safety feature. So if I were to hold this paper towel right here and try to open it, so it's like you pretty much have to have, you know, a free plate, you know, area for the blade to travel, because if it catches anywhere here, then okay, it went all the way through. Let me try that again. Okay, so if it gets pushed out, so for whatever freak reason, if it were to, you know, deploy in your pocket, most likely it would hit something in your pocket, so it would not, you know, it's not going to eject and go all the way through like your skin. It will, if you shoot it out like this right here, it's going to pierce your skin for sure. I can't remember what YouTube channel it was. Some guy. They were, I have to say it, they were just total idiots, and they basically just tried it for fun, and the dude, you know, opened up the blade and it just shot into his skin, and this guy was just like bleeding like mad. So it does have the safety feature, you know, where the blade won't shoot all the way out if it's not, if it doesn't have the area to travel in, you know, and if that's the case, then, you know, you just make sure that your button is pushed all the way out here, and then just throw it out, and then it'll lock into place, and then it's good as new, and you can, you know, start doing your lock just as normal. Okay, or you can do it if it doesn't come out all the way. Again, so I'll just demonstrate it again. You can pull the button down and then just have it sink down like that, and then it'll reset. So I don't know how the mechanism works in here, but it all works just fine. So it's got the proprietary screws, always my big beef about Microtech. But luckily mine came with the tool to be able to open it if I wanted to. Haven't done that yet, haven't found the need to. Works totally fine, so no real issues there. You know, as a tactical blade, you know, this and butterfly knives, it just never really made too much sense. It's really, to me, it's just the mystique, you know, from movies and you know, whatnot, you know, for them to make these illegal. They're fun knives to have, and again, if I were to, and I think that most of it again is mystique. If I were to rip this out in a mall and pop this open to cut some food, people would freak out. You know, if I pulled this one out, dude, people would freak out too. If I pulled this one out, it's so alien looking, it's so messed up looking, you know, people would freak out. You know, this Microtech Tanto, SOCOM Delta Tanto, you know, this is a mean looking blade. I think people would probably freak out as well, you know. The only one that's somewhat nice looking is the Sabenza. I mean, they're all nice looking. But, you know, even this blade, you know, none of these are illegal except for this one. This with the nitrous assist, the Benchmade Sabrosa, you know, fires out just as fast, you know, and it's just as sharp, but it's not illegal, you know. So, I'm definitely not, you know, saying that these should be illegal. I think they should all be legal, you know, to carry. I think it just kind of sucks that I have this in my collection, but I can't really carry it outside legally. You know, if somebody caught me, I could either get fined or definitely get taken away from me. So, but anyway, Microtech Ultratech is a cool blade. It's a fun blade. Mine's not the sharpest. I need to either sharpen it or something. But you know, yeah, this dual spear point blade is pretty wicked. And Microtech's grinds, I have to say this, you know, they're pretty awesome. I think Microtech Marfione, I think his custom grinds are some of the sickest grinds out there. And his production stuff is no joke either. I mean, you look at this Tanto SOCOM Delta, I think it's got some of the most beautiful grinds, you know, out there in terms of production. And with that huge, you know, blood groove on the customs, oh man, it's just so beautiful. So anyway, kind of strange, you know, I wasn't really that big of a fan of Microtech getting, you know, started in my collection, but now I really like Microtechs. So say what you will about their ethics and stuff like that, but yeah, I don't know. It's a cool blade for sure. So yeah, if you get a chance and have if you have the chance to check out one of the Microtech autos, whatever it might be, Halo 5 or this one. I like this, you know, just because you don't have to pull out, you know, anything here to retract the blade. You know, you just push the button. It's pretty sweet, and it's so fast. But yeah. Anyway, I could just ramble on and on. That's my thoughts about the Microtech Ultratech. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next vid. Take care. Bye.